the riverboat shuffle, good people, we got rhythm tonight. At the riverboat shuffle, they tell me that slide pipe tutor is grand. Best in Louisiana, so bring your freighter, come and alligator that band. Mr. Hawkins on the tenor, good people, you'll hear Muhlenberg joys. In a special orchestration, even Mama Dinah will be there to strut for the boys in a room full of noise. She'll teach you to shuffle it right, so bring your baby. We'll be singing at the riverboat shuffle tonight. Good evening and welcome. Tonight we are celebrating the music of the immortal Hoagy Carmichael. Now, I realize it's possible one or two of you might not know the name, but I'm certain you're going to recognize a lot of the music. Now, we started with Riverboat Shuffle, which is Hoagy's oldest surviving tune, and this song earned him his first Academy Award nomination. Oh, buttermilk sky, I'm keeping my eye peeled on you. What's the good word tonight? Are you gonna be mellow tonight? Oh, buttermilk sky, can't you see my little donkey and me? We're as happy as a Christmas tree, heading for the one I love. I'm gonna pop her the question, that question. Do you, darling, do you do? It'll be easy, so easy, if I can only bank on you. Oh, buttermilk sky, I'm a-telling you why, now you know. Keep it in mind tonight, keep a-brushing those clouds from sight. Oh, buttermilk sky, don't you fail me when I'm needing you most. Hang that moon above her hitching post, hitch me to the one I love. You can if you try, don't you tell me no lie. Will you be mellow and bright tonight, buttermilk sky? This next song was sung by Lauren Bacall in the film To Have and Have Not. Yada da 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 da, yada da 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 da, yada da 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 da. Maybe it happens this way. Maybe we really belong together, but after all, how little we know. Maybe it's just for a day. Love is as changeable as the weather, but after all, how little we know. Who knows why an April breeze never remains? Why stars in the trees hide when it rains? Love comes along, casting its spell. Will it sing you a song? Will it say a farewell? Who can tell? Maybe you're meant to be mine. Maybe I'm only supposed to stay in your arms a while, as others have done. Is this what I've waited for? Am I the one? Oh, I hope in my heart that it's so, in spite of how little we know. Do you remember the famous line from that film? You know how to whistle, don't you, Steve? You just put your lips together and blow. Who knows why an April breeze never remains? Why stars in the trees hide when it rains? Love comes along, casting its spell. Will it sing you a song? Will it say a farewell? Who can tell? Maybe you're meant to be mine. Maybe I'm only supposed to stay in your arms a while. as others have done. Is this what I've waited for? Am I the one? Oh, I hope in my heart that it's so, in spite of how little we know. Yes, I hope in my heart that it's so, in spite of how little we know. How little we know. Yada da 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 da. Okay. Do you know they were actually going to dub Lauren Bacall's voice in that film? In fact, they ended up hiring a young male singer named Andy Williams. And it was actually his voice that was playing while that scene was being filmed. But the director heard her singing along, and he liked it. So they ended up using her own voice. Why do I just wither and forget all resistance when you and your magic pass by? My heart's in a dither, dear, when you're at a distance. But when you are near, oh my, it's not the pale moon that excites me, that thrills and delights me. Oh no, it's just the nearness of you. It isn't your sweet conversation that brings this sensation. Oh no, it's just the nearness of you. When you're in my arms and I feel you so close to me, all my wildest dreams come true. I need no soft lights to enchant me. If you only grant me the right to hold you ever so tight and to feel in the night the nearness of you. I think in pretty much every couple, couples tend to have a special song. And for me, and someone I once loved very much, that was our song. I get along without you very well, of course I do. Except when soft rains fall and drip from the leaves, then I recall the thrill of being sheltered in your arms, of course I do. But I get along without you very well. I've forgotten you just like I should, of course I have. Except to hear your name or someone's laugh that is the same. But I've forgotten you just like I should. What a guy, what a fool am I to think my breaking heart could kid the moon. I stick to my tune. I get along without you very well. Of course I do. Except perhaps in spring. But I should never think of spring, for that would surely break my heart in two. Before I go on, I just have to say, what a pleasure it is to sing with a man over here at the piano. He's just always there for me, always supporting, and just makes me feel wonderful. This is Jim Rice. Long as there is chicken gravy on your rice, everything is nice. Long as there is watermelon on the vine, everything is fine. You got no time to work, you got no time to play, busy doing nothing all the livelong day. You won't ever change no matter what I say, you're just made that way. Lazy bones, sleeping in the sun, how you expect to get your day's work done? Never get your day's work done, sleeping in the noonday sun. Lazy bones, sleeping in the shade, how you expect to get your cornmeal made? Never get your cornmeal made, sleeping in the evening shade. When taters need spraying, I bet you keep praying the bugs fall off of the vine. And when you go fishing, I bet you keep wishing the fish won't grab at your line. I'm lazy bones, loafing through the day, how you expect to make a dime that way? Never make a dime that way. You never heard a word I say. Take it, Jim. Fall off of the vine. And when you go fishing, I bet you keep wishing the fish won't grab at your line. Oh, lazy bones, loafing through the day, how you expect to make a dime that way? Never make a dime that way. You never heard a word, I never heard a word, I never heard a word I say. So, that song was the first hit collaboration between Hoagy Carmichael and Johnny Mercer. And they would go on to write over 3 dozen songs together, including this next song, which did earn them the Academy Award for Best Song. And we're going to make this a good old-fashioned sing-along. And yeah, I know, I realize we're not in the same room, but we can make this work. Just, you know, help me out here. First time through though, I'll sing it so that you can see how it goes. In the cool, cool, cool of the evening, tell 'em I'll be there. In the cool, cool, cool of the evening, better save a chair when the party's getting a glow on and singing fills the air. In the shake of the night when the doing's alright, you can tell 'em I'll be there. Okay, you got it? Okay, it is now your turn. Are you ready? Here we go. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3. In the cool, cool, cool of the evening, tell 'em I'll be there. In the cool, cool, cool of the evening, better save a chair when the party's getting a glow on and singing fills the air. In the shake of the night when the doing's alright, you can tell 'em I'll be there. Okay, I feel like that was pretty good, but I think we can do better. So everybody get off your couches and join in. Here we go. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3. In the cool, cool, cool of the evening, tell 'em I'll be there. In the cool, cool, cool of the evening, better save a chair when the party's getting a glow on and singing fills the air. In the shake of the night when the doing's alright, you can tell 'em I'll be there. Sue wants a barbecue, Sam wants to boil a ham, Grace votes for bouillabaisse stew. Jake wants a weenie baked steak and a layer cake, he'll get a tummy ache too. We'll rent a tent or teepee, let the town crier cry, and if it's RSVP, this is what I'll reply. Here we go. In the cool, cool, cool of the evening, tell 'em I'll be there. In the cool, cool, cool of the evening, better save a chair when the party's getting a glow on and singing fills the air. In the shake of the night when the doing's alright, you can tell 'em I'll be there. "Wee," said the bumblebee, "let's have a jubilee." "When?" said the prairie hen. "Soon?" "Sure," said the dinosaur. "Where?" said the grizzly bear. "Under the light of the moon." "How about your brother jackass?" everyone gaily cried. "You coming to the fracas?" Over his specs he sighed, and again in the cool, cool, cool of the evening, tell 'em I'll be there. In the cool, cool, cool of the evening, better save a chair when the party's getting a glow on and singing fills the air. In the shake of the night when the doing's alright, you can tell 'em I'll be there. If I ain't in the clink and there's something to drink, if there's gas in my hat and my laundry is back, if I can crawl out of bed and slap a hat on my head, you can tell 'em, everybody, I'll be there. Yeah! I grew up in Tennessee, so I am really a Southern boy. And Hoagy Carmichael grew up in Indiana. Now, he's definitely well known for his down-home Southern style of music, so I put together a few songs of his that remind me of life in the South. When the frost is on the pumpkin and the fodder's in the shock, and you hear the cluck and gobble of a strutting turkey cock, and the clucking of the guineas and the clucking of the hens, and the roosters hallelujah as he tiptoes on the fence. Oh, it's then's the times a feller is a feelin' at his best, with the rising sun to greet him from a night of peaceful rest, as he leaves the house bareheaded and goes out to feed the stock. When the frost is on the pumpkin and the fodder's in the shock. all the year round. I know where an old gray mare's bluegrass from the ground. That's where folks never turn a hand, they just live off the land. My rocking chair is waiting there, that's why I'm homeward bound. I long for that moon country, that strawberries in June country, that sycamore heaven back south. I'll lose my mind till I get there. I long for that old country, that good for the soul country, good for cooking things that melt in your mouth. When my cousin Cindy Lou plays that twilight hymn for you, she makes that old piano sound exactly like brand new. I long for that moon country, that's where I should be, 'cause that old moon country is home to me. Moonlight on Swanee's muddy shore, by my door. Music I've often heard before, hear it no more. Years have slipped away and left me longing for the days of happiness I'll see no more. Old rocking chair's got me, cane by my side, fetch me that gin, son, for I tan your hide. Can't get from this cabin, going nowhere. Just set me here grabbing at the flies round this rocking chair. My dear old Aunt Harriet, in heaven she be. Send me, sweet chariot, for the end of these troubles I see. Oh, rocking chair, kiss me, Judgment Day is here. Chained to my rocking chair. Hoagy did not start out to become the great songwriter that he became. He actually studied law and wrote a few songs on the side while he was in college. But one day he was walking down the street and he heard somebody playing a recording of one of the songs that he had written while he was in college. And that made him think, hey, maybe I could make a living at this. And so he quit his job, he moved to New York, he became a songwriter. But he wasn't just a great songwriter, he was also an actor in both television and in film. And he was very well known as a singer. Now, his recording of this next song, even though he didn't write it, went to #1 on the hit parade in 1947. I got a gal who's mighty sweet, big blue eyes and tiny feet. Her name is Rosabelle McGee, and she tips the scale at 3030G. But ain't it grand to have a gal so big and fat that when you go to hug her, you don't know where you're at? You have to take a piece of chalk in your hand. You hug a ways and chalk a mark, see where you began. One day, I was a huggin' and a chalkin' and a chalkin' and a huggin' away, when I met another fella with some chalk in his hand, coming around the other way, round the mountain, coming around the other way. Nobody ever said I'm weak. My knees don't ache, my joints don't creak, but I grow absolutely limp every time I kiss my baby blimp. Oh gee, it is the worst and very best, to say the least. I mean, you're like a little kid who can't get at the feast. You look at all the goodies in sight, your nose is pressed against the pane until tomorrow night. One day, I was a huggin' and a chalkin', chalkin' and a huggin' away, when I met another fellow with a troop of Boy Scouts, coming around the other way, pitching a pub tent, coming around the other way, butt clean and reverent, hugging, chalking, doing all of that walking, just a hugging and a chalking and a chalking and a hugging away. So if any of you ever played the piano, I'm pretty sure you might recognize the tune of this next song. Heart and soul, I fell in love with you, heart and soul, just like a fool would do madly, because you held me tight and stole a kiss in the night. Heart and soul, I begged to be adored, lost control, and tumbled overboard gladly. That magic night we kissed, there in the moon mist. Oh, but your lips were thrilling, much too thrilling. Never before were mine so strangely willing, but now I see what one embrace can do. Look at me, it's got me loving you madly. That little kiss you stole, held on my heart and soul. What one embrace can do. Look at me, it's got me loving you so madly. That little kiss you stole, held on my heart and soul, heart and soul, held on my heart and soul. I am absolutely thrilled that one of my dearest friends agreed to sing some Hoagy Carmichael songs with me tonight. I'd like to welcome back to the stage Ida Zecco.
Thank you, Joe.
This song is from Gentlemen Prefer Blondes. It was sung by Jane Russell and Marilyn Monroe. Yes! When love goes wrong, nothing goes right. This one thing I know, when love goes wrong, a man takes flight, and women get uppity-o. The sun don't beam, the moon don't shine, the tide don't ebb and flow. A clock won't strike, a match won't light. When love goes wrong, nothing goes right.
Blues they gather round you.
The day is dark as night,
A man ain't fit for living,
and a woman's a sorry sight. It's like we said, you're better off dead when love has lost its glow. So take this down in black and white. When love goes wrong, nothing goes right. When love goes wrong, nothing goes right.
the bees won't buzz, fish won't bite.
The clock won't strike, a match won't light.
A man goes out, gets high as a kite.
Love is something you just can't fight.
The blues they gather round you.
And day is dark as night,
A man ain't fit for living,
and a woman's a sorry sight. It's like we said, you're better off dead when love has lost its glow. So take this down in black and white. When love goes wrong, nothing goes right. When love goes wrong, nothing goes right. When love goes wrong, nothing goes right. Nothing goes right.
That's always a fun song.
That is a fun song. Okay.
Well, this next song, actually, I had never heard of it before the Hoagy Carmichael show,
right.
Carmichael show that John was putting together. And he introduced me to this song, and I absolutely fell in love with it. I think it really talks about the South and what Southern life is really like. It's a beautiful melody.
You can see the fans turning.
On the porch, yeah, it's terrific.
Memphis in June, a shady veranda under a Sunday blue sky. Memphis in June, and cousin Amanda's making a
I can hear the clock inside a ticking and talking. Everything is peaceful and dandy. I can see old Granny across the street, still a rockin', watching the neighbors go by.
Bye bye.
Memphis in June, with sweet oleander blowing perfume in the air. Up jumps the moon to make it that much grander. It's paradise, brother, take my advice. Nothing's half as nice as Memphis in June. I can see old Pappy looking happy in the shade there. Everything is peacefully dandy. Smiling up at heaven, 'cause he knows he's going home there. Watching the neighbors go by, bye bye. Memphis in June, with sweet oleander blowing perfume in the air. Fats Waller.
That's right. He
piece.
really is the one that made it. He's the one that made it famous.
Yeah,
I
wrote
think.
Sure.
I mean,
Yeah.
Hoagy wrote it.
Oh, okay, really?
Hoagy wrote this one.
thought Fats
Everyone
Waller.
thinks that Fats Waller wrote this because it appears in the show Ain't Misbehavin',
Ain't Misbehavin'.
which is mostly Fats Waller, but it's not. It's his songs that he wrote plus songs that he had an influence on, things he recorded. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Good for you.
Okay. Here we are, out of cigarettes, holding hands and yawning. Look how late it gets. Two sleepy people by dawn's early light, and too much in love to say goodnight.
Here we are, in a cozy chair, chewing on a wishbone from the frigid air. Two sleepy people with not much to say, but too much in love to break away.
Do you remember the nights we used to linger in the hall?
Father didn't like you at all.
Oh no, he did not.
Do you remember the reason why we married in the
Yes,
fall?
to rent this little nest and get a bit of rest.
Here we are, just about the same. Foggy little fella,
Drowsy little dame, two sleepy people by dawn's early light, and too much in love to say goodnight. I just love this song.
well, it's kind of a weird song for I love you, but this is weird for us to sing.
I love you. I don't think it's that weird.
Yeah, well, wait till the next verse. Here we are, such a little mess. Lipstick on your collar,
And wrinkles in my dress.
see,
Two sleepy people by dawn's early light, and too much in love to say goodnight. Here we are, crazy in the head. Gee, your eyes look gorgeous,
Oh, thanks.
even when they're red. Two sleepy people who know very well they're too much in love to break the spell. Do you remember the nights we used to cuddle in the car, watching every last falling star?
Do you remember the doctor said your health was under par?
And you, my little schnooks, were ruining your looks,
Well, here we are, keeping up the pace.
letting each tomorrow slap us in the face. Two sleepy people by dawn's early light, and too much in love to say goodnight. Good night. These next two songs are widely considered to be Hoagy's best. Now they're both about love, but they look at it from two different angles. One looking forward and the other looking back. And now the purple dusk of twilight time steals across the meadows of my heart. High up in the sky, the little stars climb, always reminding me that we're apart. You wandered down the lane and far away, leaving me the song that will not die. Love is now the stardust of yesterday, the music of the years gone by. Skylark, have you anything to say to me? Won't you tell me where my love can be? Is there a meadow in the mist where someone's waiting to be kissed? Skylark, have you seen a valley green with spring, where my heart can go journeying? to a blossom-covered lane, and in your lonely flight, haven't you heard the music in the night? Wonderful music, faint as a will-o'-the-wisp, crazy as a loon, sad as a gypsy serenading the moon, serenading the moon. Sometimes I wonder why I spend the lonely night dreaming of a song. The melody haunts my reverie, and I am once again with you when our love was new, and each kiss an inspiration. But that was long ago. Now my consolation is in the stardust of a song beside a garden wall. When stars are bright, you are in my arms. The nightingale tells his fairy tale of paradise where roses grew. Though I dream in vain, in my heart it will remain, my stardust melody, the memory of love's refrain. Skylark, I don't know if you can find these things, but my heart is riding on your wings. So if you see them anywhere, won't you lead me there? This next song just brings me great joy. Melodies bring memories, memories of a song that sings of Georgia, back where I belong. Georgia, Georgia, the whole day through, just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. Each day, Georgia, the song of you comes as sweet and clear as moonlight through the pines. Other arms reach out to me, other eyes smile tenderly. Still in peaceful dreams I see the road leads back to you. Georgia, Georgia, no peace I find, just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. out to me, while their eyes smile tenderly. Still in peaceful dreams I see the road leads back to you, Georgia, Georgia. The whole day through, just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind, Georgia on my mind, each day, Georgia. No peace I find, just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. I've got Georgia on my mind. Okay. So I would like to thank everyone for joining us tonight. Especially, of course, I have to thank everyone here at the Arctic Playhouse, all the people that did all the lights and the sound and hopefully make me look better. And of course, big thanks to Ida Zecco for joining me on a few songs. And finally, Jim Rice. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure. Up a lazy river by the old mill run, that lazy, lazy river in the noonday sun. Linger in the shade of a kind old tree, throw away your troubles, dream a dream with me. Up a lazy river where the robin's song, oh, it's a bright new morning, we can loaf along. Blue skies up above, everyone's in love. Up a lazy river, how happy you will be. Up a lazy river with me. I like lazy weather, I like lazy days. Can't be blamed for having lazy ways. Some old lazy river sleeps beside my door, whispering to the sunlit shore. Up a lazy river by the old mill run, that lazy, lazy river in the noonday sun. Linger in the shade of a kind old tree, throw away your troubles, dream a dream with me. Up a lazy river with a robin's song, oh, it's a bright new morning, we can loaf along. There will be blue skies up above, and as long as we're in love, you'll be up a lazy river, a crazy lazy river. You'll be up a lazy river with me. Up a lazy river with me. Oh yeah. Thank you. Thank you.